Hello, welcome to another episode of welcome to another episode of Surviving as an Artist. I'm Loser Mangara. We talk about the journey of the person as an artist. I'm so lost already. No, what? Never mind. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Pero yeah, it's all about the journey of the artist here. My guest for today is someone who's very sober, like legit sober, but we act like we're not. Introduce yourself.
Ah, hello. MicaMakes. Skirt. Ay, yuck. No,
I mean, you can introduce whatever, like what you do, who you are.
I live life soberly. Go on. So many.
Grabe na pressure.
Pieces. Go on. I'm ano? I don't fucking. Who am I?
Say grabe.
Jesus. Hindi, I do boots like Gio. Loser mangaka. Oh,
Grabe, dropping my
yeah.
name. Like,
But then, I also have a day job. Day job? I have a night job. Ooh. Yeah, I'm sort of like a VA, whatever. And then unrelated sa course ko. Yo,
Grabe.
phone, Yeah, what ka na say?
Okay. No. Let's go. Let's fix that. What is your artist name na lang?
My artist name is MicaMakes because I like making stuff and my name is Micah.
So why is there an underscore? Why is there an underscore at the first?
Because the name was taken. So I had to try different combinations to so that IG will get my will allow my name.
So let's talk. Why, what how do you describe your art style mo, or like what you do as an artist na lang?
Inconsistent. Yun, inconsistent. Kaya MicaMakes kasi I like making different
Whatever.
things. So I started being a traditional artist. I work with pencils and then also pens. And then I tried switching to digital. So I also do digital art. Then I switch between the two. But then I also like writing. So I write poetry and I also do content writing. And then I also do book folding.
How do you like you fold books?
Yeah. It's kind of like a book sculpture. I use books and then I fold the pages to form something. Oh,
That sounded like I fold books. Give me your books. I want to fold them.
yun. And then lately I'm also doing like trinkets and mga keychains, ganun.
Love your shop, bro.
I have no shop. You can find me on IG.
Okay, apologies na lang in advance. If you ever hear cough, that's me, technically.
Yeah, that's me. And actually, I'm not sorry. I'm just sorry for myself. My cuffs.
My God. Name rebrand.
Yeah, my cuffs. But yeah, you can only find me on IG because I'm too lazy to switch to different social media platforms. Yeah.
When did this MicaMakes start? Like, was it before? You think? I don't know, like, I just let's go with your branding name and stuff. When did it start?
I think it was sometime around the pandemic or like shortly before the pandemic, I got into drawing again. I used to draw a lot, and then there was a period that I stopped. And then when I started again, I decided to make a different uh, IG account for it. But it wasn't like a shop that it was more like a personal thing. So ayun.
Pero whatever you were doing at the time, that's shit. Whatever you were doing at the time, did that only like the whole art thing? Did that start before MicaMakes, or you
Yeah.
were only when you started doing MicaMakes already?
No, I've always liked drawing ever since I was a kid. So I think I started drawing even before I could write. Like ever since I could hold a pencil, I would draw na agad.
Grabe.
I haven't seen your podcast. I'm not copying.
Grabe. Pero back when you were doing this as a kid, like doing the whole art, you're just doing it lang for like self-expression now? Or
Yeah, for
did you
fun.
like feel you wanted to do it like professional?
I mean, when I was a kid, I always wanted to grow up as either a BMX rider or B a cartoonist. But yeah, I think I was
Sadly, you became a BMX rider.
sadly I became nothing.
Uh,
I think it was heavily influenced by my dad. And not na he was forcing it on me, ha, but I just kept seeing him drawing because he used to be a
I
graphic.
thought he was doing the BMX thing.
No.
Watch me, Mike.
No, because I learned how to ride a bike, and then I learned how to not ride a bike. Like my bike had no brakes, and then I would go to like the very steep slopes in the neighborhood, and like, and then the other kids were like, "Whoa!" Basically, I
Okay.
like attention. Yeah, real.
Pero what was the one with your father? Like he made you draw, or he
Ah,
was
no,
just
no, no, no. My dad was a graphic designer. Actually, like me, he ended up doing something unrelated to his course because he was actually an what the fuck was he? Electronics engineer.
Wow.
Electronics engineer, and then there was a competition sa Timex na brand. Not brand, watch. Yeah, watch brand. Okay. There's a competition to design a watch, and he thought it was related to his course in electronics, like making a watch, but it's actually like the design portion sa
Watch.
how a watch looks like. So he joined that, and he ended up winning, and then he ended up
Grabe the
working
flex.
for Timex to design watches. So yeah, when I was a kid, I would just see him drawing at home. You know, it was still manual back then.
Did you
So-
ask him what time it is?
But yeah, and then I think also because of his job, he had access to like the art supplies. They would
Right.
supply him with like mga Prismacolor, ganon. And,
Wow.
Yeah, and then
He calls up office. Give me a set of Prismacolor.
so Prismacolor pencils and legit, and then me as a privileged child, he would lend
Akin
me.
na lang Prismacolors mo, dad.
I colored my drawing books and my Cinderella storybook using Prismacolor as a child. And I didn't know back then what the fuck I was doing. It's only like now as an adult when I tried buying my own set of Prismacolor. I'm like, what the fuck? I used this on like useless coloring books as a child. How dare I?
You bring it to school, no, and then everybody's like, "Oh, we only have fiber candle."
And then like me as a child, I didn't know nga ganun na pala yun. And then I wanted the cheap ass art supplies, yung hindi nagko-color yung color pencil.
Mga 64,
Oo.
yung suitcase. Yung,
Oh, and then I was so sad back then because they wouldn't buy me the crayons that had like 64 colors. But then I had Prismacolor at home.
Grabe, spoiled brat. Doesn't want doesn't want to use the Prisma.
Yeah, I just wanted to blend in with the kids. Why are you giving me Prismacolor?
Dad, I'm not like you. I just
No.
want Crayola.
That I'm being bullied? Why am I having Prismacolor? Hindi, yun. Pero yeah. But even before the Timex thing, my dad was already an artist, so he likes drawing animals, usually horses. He likes doing horses. Ayun.
Tapos when you saw, like, because of your dad, you started getting into drawing.
Yeah, I was
Like
like,
you're drawing watches as well.
no. I would draw cartoons. Yeah, cartoons, and then eventually I switched to like, and
How did your dad feel about you drawing cartoons and not watches?
maybe that's why I was. Maybe that's why I was physically abused as a child. Oh,
Grabe.
oh boom!
Grabe.
Lord
Because of the
drop
watch. Because of the watch.
How dare you?
How you dare
no
not watch
child of
watch.
mine.
You gotta draw this Timex. What cartoons? Cartoons
No.
bullshit.
Ooh, yeah, ayun. But yeah, but my dad was very supportive naman. I think it's also because of him na I can take constructive criticism really well. Because as a child, like, now,
He judged your art talaga.
yeah. I realized now as an adult na hindi pala like common for people to like receive constructive criticism about their work because it's something you're proud of.
Yeah.
But like as a kid, man, good when I was drawing, like after a while, after I draw, I'm proud of it, so I would show it to my dad. Yeah, pa, look, I drew this, and then he would say like, oh, good job. But then he would also point out like, if you do this to this type of line, it would look like this, ganon ganon. Like if you sharpen your pencil this way,
Grabe, ang ganda. I wish I had that as well.
That dream that.
Yeah, that's goals.
yeah. So, ayun. So I think na like I brought that with me growing up na when I show someone my work and they have something to say about it, like, I just feel like instead of being offended or I don't know, it's like, oh, I can learn from this. I can learn from other people on what to do with my work to make it better or ano, ganun.
Actually, that's when you get older as an artist, that's what you kind of look forward to when people give you. I guess not just criticism. It's kind of like advice na rin eh. Like they'll tell you, you should have done this or like something like that. And I don't know, like for me as like an older artist, I feel like, ano, should have done that.
So you're calling me old?
Grabe.
Yung takeaway lang ba? You're calling me old?
Yes. Grabe. No, I'm calling us old.
Okay.
So, when you were in school, maliban sa getting bullied for using Prisma, uh, were you like very active as like an artist in
Yes.
school? Like before college, like
Yeah. Ako yung pag may poster making contest, oh, si Micah na yan.
then you flex your Prisma color.
Hindi. Tapos may mga group works and then, oh, sige, I'll help. And then ako, I'm like, papangit yung output ko kapag help kayo.
Grabe, that confidence.
Yeah.
I don't want your oil pastels like Prisma color.
So yun, I usually do it myself lang and then, pero yeah.
Pero yung college mo naman, were you still trying to do art or?
I had no time na pag college because I took up architecture at the insistence of my mother. Hindi kasi I wanted to take up fine arts. But then my mom was like, fine arts ka.
There's no money there.
Yung No, because my older sister took up fine arts, but then it was only later on I found out that she did it in secret. Kasi
Wow, you
at
can
that
do that?
kasi at that time my mom was OFW.
Ah,
Tapos hindi
so
siya,
she lied lang
yeah,
that
she
she
lied.
enrolled
Uh,
and then just asked for money.
my mom was under the impression she took up architecture. But she enrolled under fine arts. So when it came to my turn, hindi na OFW si mother eh. Kaya,
She was beside you at the
Yung-
registrar.
so she made me choose archi or accounting. And I'm like, sige, archi na lang. May drawing pa konti.
Grabe that breakdown. Oh, may drawing here.
Yeah.
You like that, di ba?
And then it was only when I took up architecture that I realized I hate lines. I hate drawing structures, like, because I'm more into like portraits. So yeah. What?
Oo nga, yung-
I like constructive criticism. I don't like construction criticism.
Grabe.
So yun, like, I really hated the course. But I finished it. And I have a license that's expired. Expired.
So you pero during this time under your college years, you didn't like pursue art personally. Only just doing it for the grade, like yung architecture stuff, no?
It was also during college yung sabi ko na I took a break a bit with art.
Ooh.
Yeah, because of that fucking bitch.
Ah.
Because of the toxic ex that I had at that time. So, na-stop yung lahat kong activities that brought me joy. So, yun.
So focus ka na lang with like studying because of that.
Yeah. Kinda. Yeah.
Pero since that happened, when did you feel that it returned like to your passion for making art for yourself? When did that feeling come back to you?
Kasi I'm the type to Rika is trying to open a bag of chips.
It's okay.
She's conscious na it will be heard. But I'm the type when I draw, it takes me a really long time to finish because I get really caught up with the details. And then,
like you want to put more details, or you're just looking at the details you've made.
both. Pero yeah, so like I have artworks that take me like 2 years to finish because
Pero around when was this? Like that you were doing that during college, after college?
yeah, during college it was like on off. Like I would draw this year and then like I'd take 2 years off and then I would draw again and then I would have like a streak nga. I would draw one per month and then I would have like a hiatus nga. I would not draw for 3 years. So ganun siya. And then it's only recently like ayun during the pandemic nga it got back, I guess, more consistently.
Pero after college, when you were working, it was also the same, like on and off then yung streak mo for
Yeah.
drawing.
Yeah, and my first na work, it kinda got more consistent kasi I finally had adult money. So I bought the yung hindi. Oh, actually, oo. Hindi, I bought the
Finally could
drawing
afford
tab.
Prismacolor.
I bought the drawing tab and then at that time my work was they weren't strict. So long as we could do our tasks, we can do whatever we wanted to do sa office. So I brought my tab there and then during my free time I would just draw in the office. Ayun. And then I also bought the Prismacolor at that time kasi I found one for sale na second hand from a student. It was really cheap. Like original price for that set, it was like 100 plus colors. The original price is like 18K, and he was only selling it for 3K. I'm like, boy, you don't know. I'm not
Grabe.
gonna tell you. Because I think it
Maybe
was,
it's also from his father na galing Timex.
and yeah, it was gifted to him though, and then
By your father.
it was gifted to him, and then he was letting it go kasi same sa akin na he had to go to college na and he didn't have time to make art na. Oh, so sad. But
Pero ano,
not
a
sad
steal,
for me.
a steal is a steal.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, boy.
But why didn't you just get your desk in Prisma color?
Wala naman siya dun eh.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because the Timex here sa Cebu, they were asked to move to China. Oh, and then my dad at the time didn't want to leave his family. So he went to Dubai.
Grabe.
Ay.
Grabe. He didn't choose the Prisma color.
Eh,
He chose the Dubai chocolate over Prisma color.
it was Prisma Alakpo Akbar.
Grabe. At the holiday pa.
Sorry.
Anyway, going back. So during college, during when you were working na, you got the adult money to make art again. Pero was it the same during college na it was on off? Mostly you were just doing actual work and then whenever or rarely you feel lang making art for yourself.
It got more consistent kasi I had the new toy.
Yeah.
The drawing tablet. So I got more. That was actually why I met Sick.
Mm.
Because I was drawing in the office and then we have a mutual friend that was my coworker. So she saw me drawing in the office and she was like, "Oh, I also have a friend who draws." And then she showed me Sick. Like, "Oh, I know this guy from school. He was weird."
Grabe.
No, I was like, we've talked before. Yeah, he was friendly. I was not. Yun. And he was like, oh, because he also saw me drawing in college. So he was, I didn't know him at all. And then he would sit, yeah, he would sit beside me and he would talk to me. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And I'm like, the fuck is this boy? But yeah, when my friend showed me, I was like, oh, I remember this guy from college.
He's the other weird kid that is watching me draw.
Yeah, but then we got properly introduced. Yun lang yung kulang, broski eh. Proper introduction. So yeah, when we got properly introduced, we clicked naman. And then, so ayun, now we keep tabling at events na.
BFF na. Pero, how long ago was your work? You doing this consistent art thing because of your new tablet?
Around 2018 or 2019. Yun.
So you're already making stuff for yourself? What type of art were you making for yourself at the time?
It was more on like portraits and it was more of practicing naman.
Like random portraits?
Yeah.
Like people portraits?
Yeah, random portraits or like from musicians that I like. Or I would also draw nudes for hindi. Hindi like anatomy
May mga
practice.
Send nudes. Then you draw it na lang.
Yun. Hindi for anatomy practice. I have mga photographers that I follow who take really like artsy nudes. So ayun. Yeah.
The type of nudes that the light reflects at the butt cheeks.
Yeah.
Mga ganon.
But yeah, mga ganyan lang yung first. And then it was only after the pandemic where I really started to like make more meaningful artworks. I mean like
Personal.
yeah.
How do you describe what happened like during the pandemic? What made you suddenly be like, I make personal art? I mean, there's like a part of naman na it's mostly because you're in lockdown that we were like, that's most people doesn't do that lang. Like, we're at lockdown, nothing to do. Let's make art.
Okay, so what happened? Okay, so do you remember in college the toxic ex bitch?
Yes.
So we broke up. I broke up with her during the pandemic, like at the very end of the pandemic, and then I fell into a depression, and then it just got to a point where I got really tired of being sad, and so I started doing my hobbies again. And then it actually started with photography because during the pandemic, I became a plantita.
So puro nature photos yung
Uh,
ginawa.
I had a plant shop and then I would take photos of my plants. And then eventually I was like, what the fuck is this thing on my plant? And then I would zoom in and there was like a very cool bug. And then so I got really into bug photography. I got into bug photography and then I had friends who said, "Oh, these photos are really cool. You should join a gallery and an exhibit
Wow.
for photos for your
That's
photos."
such a weird advice. Pero okay, yeah, what happened
But
after
yeah,
that?
then I was like, who am I para mag-join?
Yeah.
No, like who am I to join these things? But then
Like, I just zoomed in at
Yeah.
random shit in my plans. What do you mean gallery siya?
But yeah, but then you know how your phone listens in on your conversations. So after we had that conversation, boom, may nag-add na. Oh, there is an exhibit at this mall that's very close to you at a very cheap price. So I was like, what? And then open to all. But it was like an art exhibit, and then I was like, I'm not sure if in like photography falls under
Exhibit.
art. I mean, it kind of falls under art, but I'm not sure if it's what they're looking for.
For exhibits.
Yeah. So I asked them because it was so cheap. It was like 500 for a whole month sa mall na display here your
Your artwork.
artwork. So I asked them, does photography fall under art? Or can I display my photos here? And they were like, yeah, okay. Because, di naman siguro sila maminaw ani. Yeah, but it turns out that group was just really like they just wanted money.
Yeah, they're gonna give me 500.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't care about the art. I just need the 500.
yeah, but yeah. So ayun, I joined that with my photos, and then I saw because it was open to all, so like even kids could join
Yeah.
or like young artists.
Anyone with 500 pesos.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But there were also like really good artists there, like oil painters na yung
Yung
like super framed with the
mga
golden.
4x4.
Yeah,
Ay, 4 feet, mga 4 feet paint.
yeah. But they were like really good paintings then. But then they were also like really needs work na paintings kasi nga it's open to all. So it was only then actually nga I realized because the reason I only joined using my photos and not my drawings was because I kept feeling like I had an imposter syndrome na I'm not really an artist because I didn't take up fine arts in college. So I didn't want to put my artwork there because I would feel like who am I to put my art here? Like I'm not deserving of this kind of no. But then when I saw the artworks in that exhibit, I was like, oh, my artworks are better than these. So that's actually what pushed me to join with my artworks na next time. So I joined Tubo Art Fair with my artworks, and then that's where I debuted yung flower lang ka na drawing ko sa face ni Sik.
Grabe.
Because yung face ni Sik was actually one of that time nga nag-practice, the studies I did using the digital art tablet Churva. It was just his face. And then when I joined Tubo Art Fair, they had a theme na something like let's play. Oh, yun. Let's play yung theme. And then like I mentioned before,
Wait
it
lang, hold
takes...
that thought.
So ayun, I joined Tubo Art Fair and then I joined Tubo Art Fair and then they had a theme nga let's play. And then as I mentioned before, it takes me a really long time to finish an artwork. So I was like, maybe I have past artworks that I can use for this exhibit. So, ayun, I saw Six Face. Then it reminded me of when you were like in elementary and then you would like play in the afternoon and then yung face mo na parang ang alimot kig naong ba? So I was like,
Grabe.
maybe I can use this. And then,
Wait, so this photo that's on display right now, it's
Yeah.
a painting?
It's a digital art.
Ah, okay.
Digital.
Pero even the face was like digitally, you had to
Digital.
recreate the face.
Hindi, I
Or,
still had
you
the
know,
face kasi.
Like you cut out the face lang. Or did you...
No, I drew the face as well.
Ah, okay.
Wow. But it was just the face before, like, square lang yan. And then when I decided to use it for tubo, I was like, I'm gonna incorporate yung feeling ko pag elementary. When I was just a flower sa... Maganyan ba din sa Manila? Yan ba tawag nila? Flower. Oh, kapag hindi ka kasali sa...
That's like the movie To Be a Wallflower, di ba?
Parang ganun. Yung parang, okay, you're included sa game pero not really.
I've never heard that.
Really? Okay, sa Cebu, kasi may, like, those kids na they don't get picked to be in anyone's team.
Yeah, the last choice.
Yeah, I would be like that sa some games, like, Chinese garter. I'm not good at Chinese garter. I'm not good at Chinese garter. So they were like, sige, flower lang ka. And that's what it means nga. You can join, you can play. Yeah, but then like the
They don't
points,
really need you.
Yeah, no, like the points you get or lose don't matter. You're not counted sa game, but you can play with them. So yan yung tawag nun,
So it's
flower.
like yung when you let your brother play the
Yeah.
PlayStation tapos disconnected yung controller.
Yeah. It's like that, but like in real life. So ayun, like you're participating pero like you're not, wala kang ambag sa game. So ayun, I incorporated that sa face ni Sik nga, flower lang ka, and then I made him a flower just so that it would fit the theme sa Let's Play.
Wow, ang deep ng meaning.
Hey.
But when you made this for that Tubo Art Fair, was this was after the pandemic na, or
Yeah, like I think it was like the first hindi, 21. I think 2021. I think it was like the first art fair in Cebu right after the pandemic.
grabe,
They-
21 natapos yung pandemic sa inyo? Damn.
Diba?
Mine since 22 eh.
Pero that was like late in the year na.
Still as late in the year 22 yung ending ng pandemic namin.
Sorry.
But anyway, I go.
Flower lang kami. Oo. Pero yeah,
so when you did this artwork, submitted it sa gallery, what happened?
Kasi di ba the first exhibit I joined with my photography. And then I realized, I proved my hypothesis na nobody wants to buy photos of bugs. Nobody wants to buy photos of bugs and plants because they can take their own photos of their plants.
Yeah.
So, but then I had all these photos nga, as like may pride din naman ako nga, I have really good photos naman. So I was like, how do I sell my photos without actually just selling photos? So that's when I made the zine. I
Okay.
made like the photo book, and then I also turned them into pop sockets and brooches.
Your photography of plants and bugs or just
Mm,
bugs?
both. So yung mga flowers, I turned them into pop sockets. And then the bugs, I turned them into brooches because I thought that'd be cute na. You'd pin a bug on your shirt nga. Oh my gosh, I have a bug on my shirt. So ayun, so that's
Pero
when
this time naman, this was still you producing the crafts for the sake of selling or just because you wanted to express on yourself?
a bit of both. Kasi I wanted to show my photos to people, but then I wasn't like I had money then, but I wasn't really paid well that time. So I also wanted to make some extra cash on the side, and it costs money to
Yeah,
make
yeah, yeah.
merch.
Pouches.
Yeah, but it was actually because of that I started making merch out of the things that I did because I was brainstorming talaga what do I do with my photos so that people will want to buy it. So, yun. And then I did that sa Tubo Art Fair because Tubo Art Fair is really just supposed to be for like wall art, like
Yeah.
big artworks. But then they had a little like kiosk
Were you
for
pla-
merch.
were- Pero this was like merch related to the artist or the artwork?
The artworks. So, ayun. So I took the
Kasi it's
opportunity.
the flower. Okay, so related pa
Yeah,
rin
yeah,
siya.
yeah.
Oh my God, ang ganda.
Eh. So, ayun, that's how I started making merch. And then it was then nga I realized kasi it was an exhibit but it was at a mall. It
Okay.
wasn't like at a gallery or anything. So,
Like open space mall or
yeah,
gallery ng mall?
in the open space mall. It was in Ayala. And then like the people who go to malls, they're not really there to like buy like no not they're not there to
They're like the
buy.
most, like, Ayala Cebu is super posh. Like, they would buy random shit
I
if
mean,
it
like,
means status.
if no, not to that extent. Like you'd go to the mall to like buy clothes or whatever, but you're not gonna go there to buy like a big artwork for my wall out of
I
nowhere.
feel like someone at Ayala Cebu would do that. Pero yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to be like a known artist.
Yung mga old
No.
money Cebu.
Yeah,
Old
yeah,
money
yeah,
Cebu
yeah.
people.
So, for me, that event was more on like sightseeing sa mga people, and then I was only able to break even because of the merch.
You have to pay?
Yeah, it's not free. It's
What?
very expensive.
Grabe naman yung mga gallery sa Cebu. Gallery, ay hindi pa ito gallery. Okay, never mind.
And actually, yung very first na exhibit I joined, that's how I met Maxine. Because she also joined that exhibit. It was also her first time joining there. And then we clicked. Kasi, Maxine. Yeah. So yun, and then I shared a booth with her sa Tubo Art Fair. And that's the only reason why I could afford the booth because I had someone with me.
And then, because of this, you started doing art markets or
Yeah. Right
You-
after Tubo was the Bullet Fest.
Wait, which was 23 or 22?
22?
The 22 is the
22.
one at Ayala. Eh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was at the same
So
mall.
that was Gucci.
That was my first con, so I didn't know any. I didn't know what was good or bad, but it was good for me sales wise.
Yeah.
It was
same.
bad congestion wise.
Yeah, that was so weird. Yeah, I remember that there was like they formed a triangle space at the middle where it's just all people congested, and I never understood why they made that happen.
I don't know. It
I'm
was
like,
the layout was very confusing. It was like a maze.
It was worse than before the drinking this.
I was there the night before, and then they weren't ready. They didn't know where my table was. I'm like,
Yeah, I think we tried to ingress early,
Yeah.
only to be told, you go back to the
Yeah.
go back at the morning, because they just were trying to set it up, and
yeah,
they had to like figure out where to put the tables.
yeah,
It was so chaotic. Eh.
yeah. And I was
Pero
like late at night when all the world is sleeping. And that was like almost midnight. I went there, and then we tried to wait for our table because we wanted to set up because we're not living. Me and Maxine, we're not very close in Ayala. We wanted to set up so we don't
thought
have
they
to
were
go very early. And then ayun, they told us to just leave our stuff under the table and come back the next day. So I came back the next day and someone was already setting up on our table.
classic. Eh, how?
And then she was with her mom. And then the mom was getting mad at me. I'm like, we already set up here. I'm like, yeah, but like this is my table. I'm like, we were here first. And I was like,
That's the one that they made. They moved the whole table. Was that the one?
I think so.
Because I remember seeing that. I think it was nearby. I suddenly saw like they called in staff to carry a whole table with display to move somewhere else. I don't know why. I'm like, wait, they're already set up there. Why are they moving the whole table?
No, because the mom was like, the mom got mad at me. And then, so I got pissed off because I like, girl, I'm just trying to set up. And then it's not my fault if this is like how the
This is a
organizer.
floor plan. Technically there's a floor plan for it.
Yeah.
So it's weird that the mom was getting
Yeah.
mad if
So-
she's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, so I kept telling her nga, this is where I'm supposed to be. Then she was like, we already set up. And I'm like, okay, but like I don't. This is where I'm supposed to be. And then she was like, we were here first. So I was like, actually. So I opened the table. I'm like, I was here first. Like I just didn't set up, and my stuff are here. And I'm like, but yeah. So I'm like,
Yeah. I
felt-
feel like I witnessed that moment.
yeah, I
That
felt
was so stupid. eh.
Kasi like, don't go Karen on me. Like, go fuck yourself, girl. But then like the daughter, she was just nice. She was just like, oh, I'm so sorry. It was just the mom.
Yeah. I feel
boomers.
like
Boomer entitlement. But then I was just waiting for the ghosting na nga. I'm like, we were here first. Actually, yun. But
Pero
yeah.
so yung the whole experience at the art fair led you to Cebu Lit Fest.
Yeah.
What happened naman sa event na to? Like, did it encourage you to be like, I love doing this. I'll do this
It did
forever.
actually. Despite the chaos.
Yeah. It was very chaotic.
Yeah, but like since it was also my first time, and to have like so many people buying your merch is like a different kind of validation kasi as an artist when
Yeah.
someone you don't know at all kasi I also had friends who went there to buy my stuff, but then like I'm thankful for them, but I also have like this nagging feeling that they're just buying from me because I'm their friend.
No, I mean, most people would ask for discount. And most friends would ask for discount.
No, I have nice
So,
friends.
yeah, if your friends bought it for you, that means they really want it. Kahit naman it's plastic, just the idea itself is like,
Yeah.
they're plastic for me. It's the
Wait.
thought that counts.
Thankful naman din ako, pero it's a, yun lang, different kind of validation when you have actual strangers who resonate with your art. Nga, murag,
Pero what type of art were you selling here now? Was it still the plant and bug merch,
Yeah.
or were you selling something very new na here?
It was mixed na, so it was like the plants and bugs, and then I also had yung my artwork na. So I had them in sticker form, bookmarks.
What type of work was this?
Similar pa rin sa ngayon. Pero yan, si Pink Guy.
Stuff you like, yung mga random stuff that you
Yeah, mga random. Very colorful pa ako. Ngayon, medyo grungy na yung display ko. At that time, it's very colorful. Similar dyan ni Flower Langka.
Grabe ko, Art mart girl pa pala dati. Pop, pop color.
But then, medyo nag-clash dun kasi I was still tabling with Maxine. And we had, kasi si Maxine, she does 3D art. She pipes paint. But then her motif was also flowers. And then we had similar colors din. So parang our display became one. You couldn't tell which artist
Artist.
did what. So
Sad.
yun.
So, nag-break kayo because of that.
Hindi naman.
Like, you're no longer gonna be bootmates na. We have
Kasi
to
naano
find...
ko nasisik eh. The reason lang na-stop kami ni Maxine was because I was able to toxic into joining art events din. Because I was like, Broski, nice mo.
may pera dito sa arts.
I was like, you have really nice artwork. You should sell it because I tried to buy one of his artworks kasi I really liked it.
Yeah.
And then what he did was he just emailed me the file.
Email pa, no? Not send it to Messenger, edit it. Email.
So ayun, but then
Print it yourself.
yeah, motherfucker. I think I still have that sa email.
Disclaimer, for real talaga. Wala pa sa isipan ko na I sell my art. So, for me, parang if you want my art, go ahead, take it.
Yeah, email the file and be like, print it yourself.
But yeah,
Yeah, that's I don't know. That's big time and a big time energy. Like, I don't want you want to buy my merch. Print it yourself. Here's the email.
but yeah, I really liked Six Workman. So I really tried to tell him, Mark, you should go on. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like other people would like to buy your stuff because you have really good stuff. So yeah, eventually.
Like, Broski, someone likes your plant face drawing. Your art will surely sell.
It's so funny kasi I've been using that flower langka since the beginning until now. And then at the very first wala pa si Sik dun eh. And then when he started joining events, people were like, "Why do you look so familiar?" I've seen you before, I think.
I feel like you need a shirt of this, eh?
Yeah.
And then, dapat sa Cebu, since we're all table mates, we should all wear it.
Yeah. I made the shirt nga. There were two small flower langkas that covered your nipples. And then I call it the nipsick.
Nice.
Shout out to the Suki.
There's someone who buys...
Oh, yeah.
Talaga?
We have a suke na every event he buys the biggest sick merch. So the first time he bought the poster that's big like A3 size poster. And then the next one he bought the pillow. And then the next one he bought the shirt.
Grabe. I feel like, yeah, he has a shrine.
Yeah.
Next up would, dapat may pop sa akin. And,
I had a pop socket ni Sick and then I have another soke si Joy.
Yeah, sure.
And then
Grabe.
Joy was like, "Oh my gosh, pop socket!" And she already had a pop socket on her phone, and she ripped it off. She ripped it off and replaced it with Sick. I'm like, what the fuck? And then she was really
Grabe, Cebu people be different talaga. And then you're telling me about the whole nobody at Ayala Cebu won't buy wall art when someone just ripped off their pop socket for 6 head.
But yeah, every time she would see me, she was like, "Oh, it's my favorite," and blah blah blah. Then there was a time na she needed to buy a new pop socket kasi I think she changed she changed phones. And then she wanted to buy 6 head pa rin. But then at that time, because, sorry broski dudes, pero like, 6 head as a pop socket wasn't really selling well. So I didn't make more. So I only had the regular flowers. She's like, no, there's no more six. So she bought the flower, the regular flowers, and then she bought the sticker of six face, and then she pasted the sticker on the pop sock. So she made her own makeshift pop sock of six face.
Yes. The power of your art.
Eh,
Grabe.
eh. So yun. And that's why, like, even though it's been years na since the flower langka, I still do it. I still make merch out of it until now.
I'm her official.
Yeah,
You can make like the button up shirt like I have. You can
I'm
make
planning actually.
No.
I'm planning.
I can give you my supply. They don't have they don't have any minimum
Nice.
order. You can just get one made.
Nice.
Like the foreigners really love.
Yeah. Yeah, actually. Oh, that's also, oh yeah, that's one. Foreigners really like this one.
Grabe, foreigners like
Oh,
six
I
feet.
know. I had a Chinese, not Chinese, Japanese grandma.
Oh, okasa.
She bought all, because
What do you mean
all types of merch. So she bought
Related to
sticker,
Six Face.
yeah, the sticker, keychain, pop socket, bookmark, all of his face, because she would give it to her friends in Japan.
That's
Then
that's like the weirdest thing and most Japanese thing to do.
she kept laughing. I'm like, "Oh, who is this boy?" Like, oh, that's my friend. Siya, oh, your friend.
I love it. I love it so much.
And then, I know, when white people come, or like, there was also like a Vietnamese or Taiwanese, two girls, friends who are girls. um, they would also buy six face as like souvenirs.
This is the most predictable thing.
Grabe. Grabe the art that you made.
Eh,
Pero going from that, so after the whole you doing Tubo Art Fair with Six Face to doing a lot of events, assuming a lot of events na after, what made you decide to suddenly go like, I'd make art again? I mean, like, kasi technically you stopped and then you were like inconsistent. And then yun nga, because of the pandemic or your toxic ex, you
yeah.
suddenly decided to like make art. Pero I don't think that was just because of your toxic ex that you wanted to, that you're doing art right now. I feel like there's like, kasi you just said you did it for like 3 years. What made you decide na, I'll keep selling Six Face for 3 years?
Yeah, actually, it's because of that. Because I'm like, I have to sell something new. I've been overusing this face. So it pressures me to make something new from time to time. Yun.
But what made you move forward or keep moving forward with like making art for yourself?
Well, it's fun. It's fun, and then because I found a market for it, it also allowed me to continue doing, like, without having to worry about, production, the money, because it's already like nag-ROI na ko. Yeah, nag-return of investment
Six
ko.
Face space for itself.
Thank you, Sik.
Yan yung,
And then,
yan yung tawag na user-friendly.
yeah. And then actually, because of joining events, I also got commissions from people. So like, I had a book commission from joining Cebu Art Book Fair. I displayed the book folding sculptures I had. And then someone saw it and was like, "Oh, I really love this. Can you make something for my best friend?"
Can you fold my books?
No, like, but yeah, she made me make like the butterfly book, and that was the most detailed book I've ever folded. It took me 2 weeks to finish. And then after that, she gifted it to her best friend. And then apparently her best friend owns a restaurant. And so her best friend commissioned Sick and me to make a big artwork for her restaurant.
Grabe.
Yay!
Shout out to Gorlies.
Shout
But-
out Gorlies. Ay.
But
And thank you, Belle.
ano yun? Forgot what I was about to say. Something about like what made I mean besides I guess getting paid for this work, what made you really want to like do this? Kasi that's like ano, yung folding the book folding thing you said was 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like how did you feel like kasi back then you were inconsistent, you would be on and off with your work, pero this one suddenly you're like locked into finishing these artworks. Kasi not only did you do like the book folding thing, you also did like the cafe, tama ba? Restaurant. Restaurant artwork.
Mm. No, as much as I don't want to say it was because of toxic as fuck you. I don't want to give her credit.
It's
I
not. It's not na eh.
No,
By
no,
this
no.
time, it shouldn't be na eh.
It's not because of her. I don't want to give her credit, but it was also because of her na because she made me cut off all of my friends when we were together. When I broke up and then I got into like the art community here in Cebu, yun, I found my community here eh. I made friends because of those events. So it also made me enjoy making art to join events. Kasi I found my community. I found my safe space. Yun nga.
Wow.
Ooh.
Grabe.
Seryoso ka dyan. Yaw ka di nito mo ni dito mo ni sa art community dito mo ni ex. Ay, utang maligsan ka yawa.
Yeah, those are Bisaya noises right there. Bisaya ASMR. It's nice na knowing that you went from being curious to like making art dahil sa father mo to losing the passion because of adulting and toxic ex to suddenly being like I can make 6 face and monetize it.
What?
I can monetize this artwork forever.
90.
90.
Hashtag monetize your friends.
Pero yeah, it's nice naman na you were able to like kind of do like a 180 from like
Yeah.
the dark side of growing up as an artist. Kasi yun nga, yung parents mo wanted you to be an architect and then you
Yeah.
lost yung passion because of it. And then you're able to rekindle it. I guess what can you say na lang as like parting words to like people who would experience the same maybe? What do you think we would tell them? Or to yourself na lang, your younger self, your past self.
Yeah. There's actually something I realized in no. Kasi there was also a point where I wanted to focus more on my art, like really make it my my source of living. Ano ba? I wanted to focus more on my art rather than my day job. But then I realized when I did that, it turned into me focusing more on what makes more money instead of actually like doing stuff that I love. So now I have a night job that actually pays me well, that I don't have to
Worry about money.
I don't have to worry about making ends meet. I'm not on survival mode. No, like it made me have a healthier relationship with my art. That's actually why this year I made the Aurora Lovegood na drawing, which was something that I really wanted to do for years na. Like even during Tubo Art Fair years, I already had that idea, but I never got into making it. And it was only now na I didn't feel pressured to make an artwork that would sell well, that would not be so niche, that I was able to do something I really wanted to do without having to worry if it sells or not. So I think for me that's a healthier relationship with art because art is supposed to.
How do you feel your journey has become, like, since like your early years to right now? How do you feel like the changes, the growth? How do you feel about it?
um
And where you're at, like, how do you feel?
I'm I feel privileged to be. No, fuck you. No, I feel privileged to be at a place where I don't have to question myself when I put my art out there. Um, and not just because I feel it would sell or what, but because I got over the hurdle of having imposter syndrome of thinking na, oh, I don't belong here because I don't have certain credentials. And I just realized na there's really nothing stopping you from showing your art to the general public. It's just you, it's just
Yung
you.
500 pesos.
But yeah, I think people who haven't tried Artist Alley aren't aware that you can simply just apply for it.
Yeah.
It's not curated, or I mean it's kind of curated, but it's not
It
like
depends naman. Pero
yeah.
yeah. There are places that are, yun nga, 500 pesos you can get in.
Hindi. Hindi, pero ano ba, it's like open to all to register. You don't have to have like a degree, which was the only thing stopping me. Like, I haven't had formal training in this, so I don't deserve it. No, you can do it naman if
Uh,
you want to.
Well, as long as you feel like you want to do it,
Yeah.
you can do it if you pursue it.
Eh.
Oh yeah. Uh, so anything you wanna say na lang, or do you have? Wait. What do you have anything upcoming that you're planning to do?
um, actually now, kasi yun nga, aside from visual art, I also like writing. So I actually made like a little gardening book, zine thing, kasi there's a new um independent bookshop in Cebu, the small one, Lost Books. Hey, shout out Lost Books. Actually, my artworks are also there. The original copy ni um,
Face.
Aurora Love Good is there. Excuse me, as well as my self portrait. It's there in their bookstore. But yeah, I've been into writing, so I made the gardening book. It's just a small book done, and then I also plan to write about vermicomposting, which is like composting using specialized earthworms. So parang bumalik slight yung plantita face ko through writing. And then I actually want to write a book about how I survived the toxic ex. Then
That's something that I'm dying to read. Pero yeah. So then yung mga upcoming stuff that you plan to make, wala nang new sick merch. Yung fake music, wala na ba?
sick.
No new merch.
sisik. um,
No.
I haven't thought of anything
Planning to
pa.
get a tattoo.
Oh yeah, actually I'm planning to get a tattoo of Flower Langka.
Talaga?
Yeah.
Like-
So that when I sleep I can just no, like when kasi sick is not from Cebu, so like when I miss bros came
yeah, I feel like that's like the most appropriate thing to do.
Eh.
Yeah. Okay
Pero
lang.
seryoso?
Beside the lady, that's scary.
Here dito.
Ang pangalan niya yung the girl,
This one?
The Shining.
the Shining.
Yeah, the Shining Twins.
The Shining One twins.
Yeah. The other one is with Alia.
Wow.
But yeah, seryoso ako. I might get tattoo of flower lang ka.
Grabe.
Ganyan ka-close ako, heart. Proceed.
That's how much the artwork has meaning.
Yeah.
For regular goers of art events, that's been na staple na for art goers to see my face.
Grabe. Grabe. That's how
Na even when I went to Lost Books,
Oh my God, you're the girl who made flowers.
No, kasi I gave him the postcard kasi he was like, oh, I saw this in Tubo Art Fair. That was the very first event. Like, oh, yeah, it's still alive.
Yeah, I love. No, that's the best feeling. Ganon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, thank you for
Thank
so
you,
much
Dean.
for doing this podcast with me. Even though majority of the time you're just laughing
And coughing.
and coughing and burping and everything else.
40% cough, 60% content.
Bacolod comics.
Yes. No, that's yeah, I like when I was writing it down. It's like, shit, I'm so lazy. Let's just keep putting on the liquid, keep drinking, and then let's just add more people. Yung lazy writing na. Pero yeah. Anything you want to promote, to plug, anything happening? Besides, something that's not gonna happen anytime soon kasi I don't know when this episode will happen. 6 came out like almost 1 month na after.
Yeah, one.
Oh. Our next event is Cebu. Pota Cebu.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tabling with sick and loser mangaka on August in August. I don't know the date. Wait.
Sa August.
Basta August sa Cebu. August 2 and 3. Yun. I think that's all I signed up for this year. Kasi
We're gonna be focused on
yeah,
Wow.
yun nga, hindi na ako survival mode, so I don't feel the need to join all of the events. Hindi. I want to
Tara, Clark,
focus
guys. Clark.
focus more on mga big artworks din. Like yung sa Aurora. Yun.
Wow. Social media.
Follow me on Instagram @_MicaMakes. MICA makes. Oh, follow me in Tinder. Oh,
Grabe. She's single by the way.
I'm single and at Pride Month pa. Wala akong Pride ngayong month.
Ito yung Pride Month episode, no?
Eh.
Gagatasan mo.
Pero yun lang. I'm only on Instagram. I have threads but I don't know how to use it.
That's okay. Nobody does. Pero yeah, thank you, Micah.
Thank
Hope
you,
you're
Dio.
doing well.
Eh.
We'll just talk about something random tapos I'll just pause it.
Sige, go.
Did you turn it off na?
Hindi.
I thought you turned it off na. So how's your life?
Still coffee. Almost 2 months na.
Oh no.
Since Bacolod.
Pero you
Davao.
No, since Davao. Since Davao.
Pero you said that it stopped like a few weeks ago?
It stopped for 3 days. Tapos trial period lang pala. And then came back. Kasi, it was because of my friend. We were, it stopped for 3 days. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna share. But then I was like, oh no, mababaan niya. And then, my friend pointed it out during our meeting because I work with my friend. He's like, oh my God, you don't have cough anymore, right? And then on that day, it came back.
Grabe. Whoever that friend is, he jinxed it.
Yeah.